Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. My name is Rebecca Bigagayan, BS Ed 1, major in mathematics from Block C. My report will be discussing entitled The Romance Mathematics. The brief summary of the Rome mathematics in the middle of the 1st century before current era. So, Romance mathematics discovered in the middle of the 1st century before current era. Next, the Roman had tightened to their grip on the Old Greek and the Hellenistic empires, and also the mathematical revolutions of the Greek ground to a halt. So, the Roman had tightened in the Old Greek and the Hellenistic empires. So, in Romans mathematics, it discovers the mathematical revolutions in the Greeks' ground to a halt. So, this in this era, they discovered the mathematical revolutions of the Roman mathematics. Next, Romans were is the dominant empire on the earth, but no mathematical innovations that occurred under the Roman Empire and the Republic, and there were no mathematicians of note. So, Romans is the world dominant empire in the entire of the world, but there is no mathematical innovations that been occurred under the Roman Empire and under in the Republic, and there are no mathematicians of note that they discovered in this era and in this day or in this empire. Next, we will discuss the contributions of the Romans in today's mathematics. The contributions of the Romans in today's mathematics is the Roman numerals. That Roman numerals is originated in ancient Rome. So, Romans contributed in today's mathematics is Roman numerals. And until now, we are able to use it in our in our in our mathematics subject. Until now, we are using it and we learn these Roman numerals, and we can apply it into the different forms. So, Romans contributed the in today's mathematics is the called Roman numerals, and it is originated in ancient Rome. Next, this is a counting system that they were believed to have been started with the ancient Etruscans. It is developed because they could easily price to a different goods and services. So, in these Roman numerals, it's called the counting system that they were believed that it started with the ancient of Etruscans, and it develops because they could easily use or they could easily price to a different goods and services in their living in this era. So, Romans using the Roman numerals for trading and in commerce. So, Romans is using the Roman numerals in trading products and also in commerce. Roman numerals also written as a combination of the 7 letters that we were using today's learning and also studying in our mathematics subject. So, as I said a while ago, numerals, in this day we are still using it in our mathematics subject. So because of the Romans, we are able to identify and we are able to indicate and shows the different kind of number in determining in Roman numerals. So Roman numerals is also have a 7 letters that we are using in this 21st century in our subject in mathematics. So we will discussing the theories on the origin of Roman numerals. In theories on the origin of Roman numerals has a several theories as it how ancient Etruscans and Roman numerals that were designed the way they were. So Roman numerals, it has its theories in the origin of Roman numerals and how ancient Etruscans and Roman numerals that they were designed it so that in this day we are using of this kind of Roman numerals in our mathematics, and we can apply it now because of the contributions of the Romans into our lives. The abacus were believed to be the first portable calculating device for the engineers, the merchants, and also tax collector. So abacus, Romans believe that it it is the first portable calculating device for for the for the engineers, the merchants, and also the tax collector. So abacus is the one they were using in this era, and Romans believe that it is the first portable calculating device or devices. So we were also discuss the horologia, that it is the term for the general clock in the Roman that it follows 12 hours for a light and 12 hours for the darkness. So Romans is discover the general clock that we are following in this century, in this 21st, that it has a 12 hours for a light, that is 12 hours for the light, that it has a sun, and 12 hours for the darkness, and that it has a moon, stars, meteor, shooting star, something like that they discovered, and it is they contribute into our lives. So next, there are two forms of horologia. So we will discuss or tackle the two forms of horologia that Romans discovered. First is solaria or sundial, which is also called the shadow clock. It is using the sun of the source of telling the time. So solaria it is the one they were using if they were using solaria in telling a time in a daytime by using the sun. So they could analyze or they could determine what is that what is the time and solaria is also called a sundial because they were using a sun to determining the time, if it is 8 a.m. So next, second is clepsydra, or a water clock that does not need the sun to tell the time, and beside from in being a time, it also became the timer for the oracle, brothel, and in a military. So clepsydra, or a water clock, it is not use a sun. They were using a water to determine what is the time, and it also became the timer for the oracle, the brothel, and in a military basement. So Ptolemy, he is a mathematician, an astronomer, and a geographer. His real name is Claudius Ptolemaeus, but we are known him as a Ptolemy. That Ptolemy, it means he was a Greek. So Ptolemy is a mathematician uh, in the Romance mathematics. So he's a mathematician, and he is also astronomer and geographer. And Ptolemy meaning is he was a Greek, but he is a mathematician in Roman mathematics. So next, Pappus Synagogue. So sorry for the interruption. Pappus of Alexandria was known as the one of the last Greek mathematicians in Roman mathematics. He is known by his collections, the Synagogue. So Pappus Alexandria and the Roman mathematics, they were believed that he is the last Greek mathematicians, and he and he is a known by his collections, the Synagogue. This Pappus Synagogue. There are at least 8 books in his collections, some of which include geometry, recreational mathematics, doubling a cube, polygons, and polyhedrons. There is only one Greek copy left today. So, among the 8 books, there are only one Greek copy left today that we were using it now. Excuse me. Book 1 and 8 don't exist, and only some of books 2 to 7 are all intact. So, Pappus Synagogue is, until now we are using it, and the other is they were missing. So, Romance mathematics had a lot of these contributions in our lives today, and of course in our mathematics subject. That will end my discussion.